Levels yoga class with me today. Outside on this beautiful, I guess we're still in spring, so spring day, but it's going to get warm, I know that. My name is Staci. This is All Levels Yoga. We will focus, as far as our poses and our sequence goes, we will focus on the arms and the core, meaning that we'll be doing some chaturangas, quite a few of those, some good back extension using our arms. We will be moving the spine in all ranges of motion, so we'll be working the core in all those different ways. But I will do my best, as much as I can't see you, to cue you through some of the options if you have a previous shoulder injury or a wrist injury, and how you can accommodate that for class today. So welcome as you guys are coming in. I like to start a little bit earlier than we will actually start the live feed, just so people can kind of get situated and get set up for a nice practice. So welcome again, my name is Staci. This is All Levels Yoga. As far as what you will need today is just a comfortable place for you to sit or kneel or do your yoga practice this beautiful day. You can do this obviously inside or outside depending on how the weather is, but you'll definitely want some cushion for those knees, especially because we're going through some kneeling poses. We'll be on our backs, so we'll want you to be comfortable. And as much as this will be a relaxing and rejuvenating practice, we will also be working the body. So we'll hopefully, listen to your body. Yoga is not a competition. It shouldn't be a competition with yourself. It shouldn't be a competition with others. So definitely listen to your body and have a great practice today. So I'm going to check on our live feed and make sure everything is good to go. And we are going to have a great practice. And remember that if you jump in, I'll say this throughout the practice, if you jump in later, you can always back up later on and re-watch this. You can even watch this next week. All of these live stream classes should be available on Facebook for a long time. I'm going to again check on our feed. We have about 2 minutes before we officially start class. So if you're making your way in, find a comfortable seat. If you happen to have some pillows around you, I would recommend maybe putting them under your hips as you start to make your way to that seated position. And let's have a great practice today. I'm gonna check on you guys. Hello, good morning. Hi, Danny and Julie. Cynthia, welcome. Arunima, good to see you guys. Right, get ready for a great practice. Sapna, welcome. We will get started in about 1.5 minutes. Yeah, that's about all I have for you as far as talking today is describing what's gonna happen. We'll start, obviously, we will be seated for quite a bit because we will start with a nice, just breathing practice. Just check in with the body, check in with the mind, just identify what brought us to yoga today. And later on tonight, definitely save a little bit of energy for, we have Zumba tonight. We'll actually be we're gonna call it choreographed like dance fitness because we can't necessarily do Zumba on Facebook. So it'll be amazing songs, amazing music with Surabhi at 5:30 tonight, but we'll call it something else. So jump on at 5:30 tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. We normally at Pro Club have Friday club nights, and we do a 5:30 p.m. Zumba class in our pavilion, and there's hundreds of members who show up for that class, and it's a ton of fun. So jump in, take that class tonight, 5:30 p.m. You can easily do it outside with this beautiful weather we're having, and it's not dark until much later. So I hope to see you then. As you guys are coming in, so it's officially time to begin. I want to welcome everyone again. My name is Staci. This is All Levels Yoga, doing some additional arms and core work today. So we are going to focus on the arms and the core. Definitely find a comfortable place for your practice with plenty of space around you. You will need a mat or some cushion underneath you. Maybe it's a rug or a floor rug, and then potentially even a pillow or a blanket to put underneath your knees while we go to kneeling poses and we go from seated poses to standing poses. So definitely grab what you might need to make yourself more comfortable for your practice today. I'm gonna check that live feed one more time, give one more little intro, and then we will start. I always just wanna make sure we're not losing you, because that would be awful. Hi Karen, welcome. All right, you guys, you're ready. Good. We are ready. I think gonna take my shoes off because this grass is just fresh cut grass, right? So it's all sticky and it's all over my mat. But you know what? That's the joy of doing yoga outside. Okay, so let's find that comfortable seated position. Welcome again to All Levels Yoga, focusing on upper body and core. What I want you to do just to start is to close your eyes for a moment. Hopefully you can hear the birds singing around me today. And just let's tune into the body, tune into how we're feeling today, and tune into our breath. So everyone close your eyes gently, not necessarily forcefully, and find that comfortable place. Think about relaxing your jaw, relaxing your eyelids, relaxing your shoulders, letting your hips sink and melt into the ground or the floor, feeling your knees fall open. As you breathe, start to notice your body. Maybe notice if there's a place that's more loose or relaxed than another place that might feel like it's holding some extra tension today. And just notice, no judgment, just noticing. Now notice your breath as you sit here and you breathe deep inhales and long exhales. Just notice if one direction of the breath may be a little more labored than the other. And then as you draw attention to your mind, let's try to remember to be kind to our mind today. The mind can be a mystery, especially in this time of unknowns. And if we can just notice when our thoughts start to leave our practice today and try to bring our body and our mind back to where we are, back to the present, back to this yoga class, not avoiding what's happening around us, but addressing that today and right now, what we want and what we need is some yoga. And then just for our last meditative thought today, I want you to check into why you're here. What brought you to yoga today? Maybe it was something new that you hadn't done before and you felt a little bit more brave this morning or evening or whenever you enjoy this practice. Maybe it's something you have done in the past and you're really looking forward to feeling that yoga feeling again. Or maybe you are tighter in certain areas and really want to enjoy the physical benefits of yoga. Check into why you've shown up this morning or evening. And let's take 2 long, deep breaths. After your second exhale, start to just flutter open the eyes, looking down. And let's just warm up the body a little bit. If you are cross-legged, let's uncross those legs and cross them the other direction. Inhaling to reach the arms up, hands come together. And let's do that again. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to come together. Bringing your left hand to the side of the mat. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, side bend. And while we're here, let's get 2 arm circles. Starting to move through the shoulders, since our focus will be on the arms and the core today. And then reach that right arm up, side bend the other direction. Left arm comes up. We do our arm circles. Continue to breathe here, 2 each direction. And we'll do that one more time on each side. Sitting the spine up, switching sides. Just letting that Nice circle feel, only as large as it feels comfortable in that joint. So no clicking or popping or tenderness. Should feel nice and smooth. That left arm comes up, big long circles, 2 each direction. And then moving into a twist. Taking the right arm across to the left knee. Inhale to stack the spine long. Exhale, use the core, use those obliques to turn and look behind you. One more inhale, exhale, twist a little bit more. Inhale, back to center, taking it to the other side. Left arm reaches across to the right knee. Lengthen the spine and inhale, exhale to twist. One more breath, exhale, twist a little deeper. And unwind the spine. Taking the hands to the mat, we're going to go into our quadruped position, hands and knees. Spread your fingers wide. That'll really help take some pressure off of the wrists today if you do have wrist issues. And think about pushing the floor away from you to really create some strength in those shoulder joints. The feet, the tops of the feet can be on the mat or tucking the toes, depending on if you need some ankle mobility today. Exhale, round the spine. Pull the belly into your spine. Inhale to that cow, look forward. Exhale to round. Inhale, extend. Still warming up the spine. You can start to shift your body weight back and forth. Two more of these. Our practice will be about 45 minutes today, so we're going to want to move at a decent pace to get through everything I want to share with you today. One more time. Exhale, round. Find that just figure or quadruped position again. And let's start to reach the arms and the legs opposite. So let's go right arm, left leg goes back. Reach the arm and the leg, keeping the leg on the ground, and then lift and reach. Pull the belly away from the floor. And then lower that down. Do that 3 more times. Inhale, lengthen, reach. Exhale, 2 more times. You can also, if your wrists are bothering you, go into a fist on the ground instead. Last 2. Last one. Reach, reach, reach. And lower back down. Let's keep that foot on the ground. Push through the ankle. Get a little bit of a stretch in that Achilles tendon. And get one more of those. Really big push, pressing through the bottom of the ball of the foot. And bring it back to that quadruped position. Taking it to the other side. So left leg. I'm sorry, I think whatever is the opposite. My left arm, my right leg. Lift and lengthen. And then lower back down. 4 more. Not so much about height, more about length. How far can you reach the arms and the legs? Last one, reach, lower it down, press into that other foot. Long stretch here, and let's do that again. Make sure that leg is nice and straight and strong. Excellent. Getting into that core a little bit more. We're going to tuck the toes underneath us, hover the knees, press back into down dog. Stay here for a second, paddle out that down dog, and then moving from our down dog to our plank 3 times. So we push the hips forward, round through the spine, look forward, hold that plank for 1 more breath, and push back. If this is too much, we can go to the knees and press forward. Listen to your shoulders depending on how far you push those hips back. 2 more. Hold for a breath. Press back. Last one. Hold for that breath. After we hold for that breath, take your right leg, lift it off of the mat. Try to keep your hips low and pull that knee toward the hands. Lower the back knee down. Lifting up through the spine, drop the hips down, untuck the back toes, and reach the arms up. Pull the elbows back, squeeze the upper back, push the hips forward, and then press the hips back as you reach the arms up. So we're getting into the hip flexor. Inhale, drop the hips down, pull the arms back. Exhale, reach up, push the hips back. Inhale, expand the lungs, small back bend. Exhale. Inhale, 2 more. Exhale. Inhale in that Anjaneyasana, low lunge. And exhale, hands come to frame the foot. Step back into that plank. Hold that plank for another breath. Pull the belly in. Stepping the other leg forward. Lowering that back knee down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Inhale to drop the hips, extend the spine. Exhale to straighten up. Inhale, big squeeze of those shoulder blades, drop the hips. Exhale to come up. 2 more on this side. Exhale, 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the hands down to the mat. This time you tuck the back toes and step to the top of your mat. Stepping to the top, stay here in your forward fold. Just kind of sway side to side. Knees slightly bent. Let's inhale, halfway lift. Press your hands. Activate those latissimus muscles and extend through the spine. 3 more of these. Exhale, round, drape over. Inhale, press, press, press. Working those arms, looking forward. Exhale, lower down. 2 more. Inhale, extend, reach, look forward. Exhale, lower down. Last time. Inhale, extend, look forward. Exhale, come down, slowly roll through the spine. Coming to that standing position. Hands come to the chest. Moving into Surya Namaskar A. So we'll actually do a more classic Surya Namaskar. Just 2 times. Emphasizing our back bends. And then going into B. So reach the arms up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, step your right leg back. Exhale, lower the knee. Reach the arms up just like we practiced in that warm-up. Hands come back down to frame the feet. Tuck the toes, step back. We find that nice plank position. Push back into your down dog. Step the right leg forward. Lower the back heel down or knee down. Reach the arms up. Hands come to the mat. Tuck the toes. Bring the leg forward. And inhale, come all the way up. We're adding those cobras now. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, this time left leg steps back. Reach the arms up. Anjaneyasana. Hands frame the foot. This time from our plank, lowering down knees, chest, and chin. Untuck the toes. 3 low cobras here. Inhale, extend through the spine. Exhale, lower down. You can put a little pressure in the hands, but make it about that upper back. Pulling in the belly button away from the mat. Last time. Inhale. And exhale. Push back into your downward facing dog. Left leg steps forward again. Left leg forward. Lower the back knee. Reach the arms up. Exhale, hands come to frame the foot. Step that back leg forward. Inhale to stack the spine, come up. We're going to keep the cobras, 1 more on each side. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale to dive forward. Inhale, right leg steps back. Lift the chest, reach, drop the hips. Hands frame that left foot. Step back into your plank. Knees, chest, and chin on the ground. Untuck the toes and lift into that cobra. Exhale, lower down. 2 more cobras. Little push of the hands. Spread the fingers. Spread the collarbones. Lower down. Last one. Squeeze your glutes. Lift up. Lower down. Tuck the toes. Lift the chest. Come back into your down dog. Right leg steps forward again. Low lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Hands meet the feet. Step the back leg spine. Last time on the other side. Left leg steps back after we forward fold. Left leg steps back. Lower the left knee down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Hands float back to frame the front foot. Stepping back, finding your plank. Knees, chest, and chin. Untuck the toes. Lengthen through the spine. 3 cobras. One more cobra. Think about that length. Exhale, back into your downward facing dog. Left leg steps forward once again. Lower that back knee. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, frame the foot with the hands. Step the back leg forward. Forward fold. Inhale to stack the spine. This time, after the arms come overhead, press the hips back. Narrow the feet under your hips to chair pose. Bend the knees. From this chair pose, we bring the arms overhead, or they can be on our hands together, but this will really work through the upper back. Dive forward into that forward fold, moving into Surya Namaskar B. More warrior 1s and 2s in this one. Inhale, halfway lift. We add this to this series. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, this time both legs step back. Exhale, all the way down. Maybe it's knees, chest, chin, or you go full chaturanga. Option to go into that low cobra again, or an up dog, where the tops of the knees come off the mat. Just the tops of the feet are on the mat. Exhale, back into your downward facing dog. This time, lift your right leg up. Reach it behind you, and we're going to add a little bit of a pull forward, really to tap into that core. So I want you to pull the knee forward, scoop the abdominals, try to get that nose toward your knee to nose, and then inhale, reach back. 2 more of those. Exhale, pull the belly in, shift your weight forward. Inhale, reach back. Last one. Exhale. On this last one, we hold here for a second. Now really use the core to pull that leg forward. Lift the arms up into your warrior 1. Virabhadrasana 1. So if you want to be at a crescent lunge, that's perfectly fine with the back heel lifted, or you can actually lower the back heel as long as we can try to keep those hips facing the front. Lowering your chest down, or your hips down. Reach the arms up. Now we move into warrior 2. Exhale, open up the hips, open up the hands, reach your arms forward and backward behind you. Lower the hips down. I have my right leg forward. It's up to you, depending. Just remember which leg you have forward. So if you have your right leg forward, we're going to cartwheel the arms down, lowering back. So we're framing the foot. Step that front leg to the back. We have to go through that series one more time, or you can just meet me in down dog. So that front leg goes to the back, knees, chest, and chin, or full chaturanga. Inhale to the upward facing dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. And then this time we can bend the knees and either walk or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach the arms up. This time we go back into that chair. Maybe we're here. Maybe we're here. One more breath here. Feeling strength on the outside and the inside of the legs, like you're squeezing something between those legs. Exhale, float the hands down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Walking the feet back into that plank. Knees, chest, and chin, or full chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time the left leg reaches behind you. Think about that core. Exhale, pull the knee toward the chest. Inhale, extend. Drop that right heel. Exhale, number 2. Pause for a second. Inhale, one more time. Exhale, scoop, scoop, scoop. Now maybe you hold there, pull that left leg forward, whatever leg you're on. Inhale, reach the arms up, either crescent lunge or Virabhadrasana 1. So maybe you're here, but making sure again those hips are shifting forward. Core is on, shoulders are strong. Open up the arms, open up the chest, find that warrior 2 on the other side. Eyes looking over those left fingertips. Opposite arms reaching away from each other. So we're opening up through here, feeling length through our arms, feeling height through our spine. One more breath. Then start to move to cartwheel the arms back down, move through that flow, or meet me in downward facing dog. Front leg to back, knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Bending the knees, looking forward, stepping or hopping to the top of the mat. Lifting through the chest. Dropping the hips down, finding that chair pose again. From the chair pose, we're going to work the legs a little bit and the core and the balance by stepping back into that lunge first. So right leg is going to step back. Step your right leg, try to hover it and land soft for that crescent lunge. From your crescent lunge, reach the arms up or your warrior 1. Open into Virabhadrasana 2. So we have our right leg back, just kind of where we stopped on that other side. Cartwheel that top arm or the front arm forward into your side angle. From your side angle, here comes another challenge. From your side angle pose, we can put the hand down, so you can bring this back leg in a little bit further if you want to. From this side angle pose, we're going to start to move into Vashisthasana or side plank. So you can bring that back leg in, or if you feel good here, lift that other leg off to step it back. So we find that side plank, Vashisthasana. That bottom knee can come down. For me, I have my left hand on the ground, my right arm toward the ceiling. Hold this nice side plank. We're working the shoulders, working the core here. Staying here for 3. Maybe you look up at the hand up above you, or you look down at the hand below you. Just making sure your shoulders are behind your wrists, not jutting over, or they can be right on top. And relax that top arm down. Step that same leg forward that was just forward, and come all the way back up into Virabhadrasana 2. So we're back into Virabhadrasana 2. Sweep the back arm forward, find your crescent lunge again. Balance up into that nice warrior 3. Land that right leg down and sit back into your chair pose. Going to the other side. So we start to hover the left leg off, reach, hover, 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 gently, carefully, slowly. Land on that left leg, reach the arms up. Open into Virabhadrasana 2 on the other side. So now we have our right leg forward, our left leg back. On your next exhale, cartwheeling the arms down, finding that side angle pose. Elbow can be on the knee. We can either plant the hand on the ground, step that back leg behind you for that side plank, or bring that back knee in, step the leg down, find your side plank. I'm going to turn around so I can see you. When you're in that side plank, you have the option of a nice support from that top leg, or like I showed before, lowering that bottom knee down. 3 more breaths here. Really working through that oblique, same side oblique from the bottom. Shoulder is working, lats are working. Eyes can be up toward the ceiling or the sky, or down toward that hand. One more breath. Good. Taking the top arm down, stepping that leg forward. Inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale to step the back leg forward. I'm going to come back to this side of the mat. Find your chair pose. We're going to go through that series one more time, adding a triangle pose, and then we'll move on, making our way down to the mat. Reach the arms up. Exhale, hover the right toes. Reach them back. Find your warrior three. Stepping back slowly, carefully, lift the chest. Open into your warrior two. Right leg is back, left leg is forward. Shift the chest forward. Going into Trikonasana before we go to side angle. So from your Trikonasana, we're pushing the hips back, lengthening through the front leg, and finding the triangle pose. So you're making a triangle here, and a triangle over here. Lots of triangles. Inhale here. Exhale here. Start to bend that front knee. Reach the arms back up to your warrior two. Keeping that front knee bent, find your side angle pose. Before we go into Vashisthasana, if you want a bind, you can reach underneath your leg with that front arm. So it's my left arm, my left leg's forward, right leg back. Left arm reaches underneath, right arm reaches behind, and maybe we grab onto those hands, open up the chest. Just for 2 breaths here, then we'll find our side plank one more time on this side. Releasing the hands, planting the hand on the floor, maybe bringing that back leg in so you have a little support before you step back into that side plank. Maybe you stack the feet. Maybe you bring that top leg forward, or maybe you lower that bottom knee. Find what works for you, for your hips, your ankles, your core, your shoulders. Should be challenging, but still successful. One more breath. Taking that top arm, rotating it down, finding your plank. Let's go into our down dog this time. Down dog, press the hips back, pedal out the feet. Maybe a child's pose here, so maybe you find a resting pose before we go to the other side. One more breath to reset. Bend the knees, stepping or hopping forward. Look toward those hands. Halfway lift. Lower down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, back into that chair pose. This time we hover the left leg, shooting it behind us, finding that warrior three. Gently lowering that back foot down. So left leg is back, right leg is in front. Open into that Virabhadrasana 2. Finding Trikonasana first. Pressing the hips back, straightening that front leg. Right leg is forward, left leg is back. We cartwheel the arms to find that Trikonasana pose. Triangle pose. On your next exhale, use the obliques in this top core to lift the spine. Bend the front knee, that right knee. Look beyond the fingertips as you start to make your way into side angle pose. Option here, if you did so on the other side and it felt good, taking that bottom arm, that right arm underneath that front leg, maybe reaching back for our bind. I'm tighter on this side, so I have a harder time. Opening up the chest, looking toward the ceiling or looking toward the ground. Releasing the hands, coming back into that side angle pose. Planting the hand on the ground, maybe stepping the back leg forward to support you as you make your way into that side plank, Vashisthasana. You want to sound really cool to your friends later, you can tell them you did Vashisthasana today. It's a cool name. Holding that side plank, whatever you did on the other side for those options. Eyes can look up toward the sky or the ceiling. Pull the belly in. Create that nice tension in the core. top arm down toward the mat. Find your down dog or your child's pose. Bend the knees, look forward, step or hop to the top of the mat. If you're in that child's pose, find that down dog. Starting to make our way toward the mat. So inhale, reach the arms up. We're going to do just a couple balance poses before we go into some crow attempts. You can't do core and arms without trying to do crow. That's just a very important pose we need to work on. So what we're going to practice on is hand to foot pose for our balance pose today. So what you will do is engage that core, look at something that's not moving, and let's start by trying to balance on that right leg. So right leg is going to stand strong, slight bend in the knee, create that communication from the brain being like, okay, it's time to balance now. So you're in charge, right leg. Left leg will start to hover off the mat, using the core to lift that knee up toward the ceiling. And then your option here is to grab onto the foot, or, see, balance is hard, especially on uneven grass, right? You can grab onto the toe, the big toe, and then sit up, stand up nice and tall. So maybe you're here, just opening. I like to use my arm, my other arm, for some support, some balance, some help, assistance. Core is on. Maybe you start to extend that leg either out to the side or at an angle is fine, or even in front of you. If you fall out of it, no worries. Go right back in. You could be just here holding onto the leg. As long as your hand is to your foot, that's hand to foot pose, right? Maybe we're here, maybe we're here. One more breath, and then release that foot. Shake it out. Release both legs. Okay, dance it out. Other side, bending the knees. So now that left leg is in charge. We're gripping gently with the toes. We're thinking about length through the spine. Option to grab. Maybe you hook those two, the pointer finger and middle finger, on the big toe. But if you do so, curl your big toe around your finger so it's strong and it's working as well. And then maybe start to push the heel away from you, or opening. This is my stronger side. Standing up tall, core is engaged. Find where you want to be. You can dance with it, you can move with it. Just like Donnie Ray says. Dance with it, then you know you're challenging yourself. Don't look at me or I'm gonna make you fall. One more breath. And then release down. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Okay, finding a deep squat next. Malasana. So this is a great time to maybe grab some pillows to support the hips, and we eventually may need those pillows in case we want like a crash pad for our head for crow. So let's go ahead and turn sideways to our mat. If you have those pillows or those blankets, you want to kind of start to create a little pile right here, you can do so. But we'll start with just Malasana. Widen out those feet to give your hips and ankles and knees lots of room. Stand the chest up nice and tall. Hands come to prayer, and then just lower the hips down till they come between your ankles, and then lengthen through the spine. So I like to use a little bit of tension, pressing my hands into, or my elbows into my legs, and then opening up my chest. So we're working our upper back here. Your hips can be on those pillows or a chair even for some support. Chest is lifted. So this is our opening of the hips. But I want you to practice starting to push your knees into your elbows, because that'll be really important for our crow practice today. And your core is going to need to be really strong. So hands, maybe your hands start to come to the mat, and you just kind of start to rock forward, put some weight into those hands. Once you feel like you've got that down, your option is going to be to lift one toe. Here's maybe your crash pad in case it doesn't quite work out today. Really working those arms and that core, we can start to hover one foot off the mat, and then just take a little break. Feel free to roll out those wrists. Maybe we hover the other foot off the mat, take a little break. We're gonna do 3 more attempts. So if we're feeling good, maybe we start to lift the hips up, look forward, because if you lower your head, it can start to really affect where your body goes. then just lower yourself back down. Take a little break. 2 more attempts. Go at your own pace. So maybe you lift one leg off, maybe you lift both legs off. Try to focus. One more time. No stress. Find child's pose if you're like, I'm done with this. I'm so over this. Last time. Woo-hoo. And relax. Let's all find child's pose together. Lower those knees down, the toes are down. Press the hips back. Lower into that nice child's pose. Three more long, deep breaths. Finishing just with some pigeon coming up next, some boat pose, some extension and glutes, and then we are finished for today. You're almost there. Start to walk your hands over to one side of your mat, press the hips back, enjoy that stretch. And then walk your hands to the other side. Pressing the hands forward, either going onto your back for pigeon or from your plank position, pull, let's do right leg first. Pull the knee toward the chest, lift the spine up, so we may find that pigeon pose. Great time to stack the pillows underneath that hip. Or if you're ready to lay down on your back, we're gonna be here soon anyways, you can do a figure 4 stretch here. Start to breathe slowly and controlled. Starting to make our way into less dynamic movement, more really recovery poses this morning. If you're in that more royal pigeon, you can start to open up the hips more by reaching back for that back foot or lowering the chest down onto the mat. One more inhale and exhale here. Start to walk the hands back towards your hips. If you're in that front facing pigeon, tuck the back toes, lift up into your down dog, and then take the other leg forward. So my left leg is coming forward next. Maybe your chest stays up. Maybe you lower the chest down. Maybe you're in that supine pigeon with the figure 4 position of those legs. If you're on your back, make sure you relax your head on the mat or on the floor. On your next exhale, start to lift your hands if you're in that front-facing pigeon up into that royal pigeon. Start to make your way onto your back. So if you were here for this pigeon, start to bring your hips down, bring that back leg forward so that we're all on our backs here. Use your legs to kind of rock and roll forward and back on that mat, and we're going to find boat pose next. So start to rock up until you find a seated position, hands on the knees, lift one leg into tabletop, the other leg, open up the chest and pull the belly in. Find some length in the spine, looking forward, breathing, using your core, and then lowering down. So you can continue with that or start to bring up the intensity by lightening the load that you put on the legs as you lean back. Stay here. Maybe you even release the arms. For 3, hold for 2, hold for 1, and release. So maybe you hold the legs the whole time, maybe you let go of the legs. Last option here will stay, we can add the feet, so we can grab onto the feet, open up the chest, reach to the toes, a little bit of balance here, right? pull the legs together, pull the belly in, breathe, 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 for 3, 2, 1, and relax down. Pull your right knee into your chest, and then inhale and exhale, pull the chin towards your chest. We're gonna do one more core exercise, flexing the left leg, right knee is toward my chest. We just lift the left leg up, lower down, extending, reaching through the heel, lift up and lower. 2 more times, reach up, lower down. Last time, reach up, the head and shoulders can relax down, and then let's switch legs. Lift and reach up with the other leg, lower back down. Reach and lower. 3 more times. Extend, 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 using that core, using the arms to pull into your leg to your chest. Last time. And relax. Lower the knees or the legs down. Let's rock side to side. Planting the feet on the mat, working on to pressing the hips up. So option 1, we just press the hips up. Option 2 is we start to bring the hands underneath, roll the shoulders underneath, lift up even higher, but squeeze those legs together, staying here for 3 more breaths. And we will do 1 more back bend before we finish today. 1 more deep breath. And then releasing the hands, slowly lowering that spine down. Quick windshield wiper of those legs. And we do that 1 more time. So maybe you find that bind with the arms, you find that bridge, or we can start to make our way to wheel to get into those arms a little more. So hands can come onto the near to the shoulders on the mat. Bring the feet underneath the knees. And then maybe you lift up to here. Maybe you just start here today. This is a good opener of the triceps and the upper arm. Maybe if we're feeling brave, we can start to lift the chest up toward the sky or the ceiling. Pull the knees together. This is our wheel pose. Maybe you stay for 1 more breath. I'm going to start to come down. Let's all start to lower ourselves all the way down onto our backs. Last supine stretch is going to be a supine twist after those back bends. Reach your right leg up toward the ceiling. Grab behind the leg. Bend and extend the knee a couple of times. Pull the belly in. And then with the knee bent or with it straight, start to bring the leg across the midline. Stay here for 1 breath. And then you can open up the arm. Relax that leg all the way down toward the opposite side of the body. Look beyond the opposite arm. One more breath. Then exhale to bring the legs back to the center, switching sides. You take the other leg up toward the ceiling, grab behind the knee, extend, and bend. Leg can straighten up toward the ceiling, or you can bend the knees. Start to make it across the midline first, keeping the hips down if you can, feeling just the IT band. Then we can either bend the knee or straighten the leg to feel that stretch on that other side, looking over the opposite shoulder. On your next exhale, start to bring the legs down underneath you. You have the option for the beginning of your Shavasana today is to start with legs up a wall. So if you have a wall or a couch next to you, you can even lift your legs up and relax them on the chair of the couch or on the seat of the couch or a chair or a coffee table here, or you can let those legs go up a wall. So start to make your way to that position if you'd like, or you can just start to make your way into Shavasana. We'll spend about another 2 minutes in this legs up a wall Shavasana or regular Shavasana, and then we'll spend another 2 minutes just in our final Shavasana today. So closing your eyes, finding either legs up a wall or legs on a chair, and start to just relax the body into the mat. If you're in that legs up a wall and want to open your arms into cactus arms out to the side, that can really open up the chest. Stay in that pose, eyes closed, body relaxed. And let's start to make our identifications, the 5 things we focused on at the beginning of class. So first, how comfortable are we now, and how different do we feel after taking that class? Eyes are still closed, we're still breathing slowly, noticing our comfortable bodies, noticing our long breaths, noticing and being kind to our mind and how we may have noticed it wander and come back throughout our practice today. And then finally, checking in once again to if we accomplished our why today. What were we looking for in today's practice, and did we accomplish that? If you're in that legs up a wall pose and you want to lower the legs down to your final Shavasana, we'll stay in Shavasana for another 6 to 8 breaths. Let the breaths come to you. Try not to force them to be longer or shorter. Maybe noticing the temperature of your breath as it comes into the nose and out through the nose. Beginning to guide the breath away from the shoulders and into the lungs and into the belly. On your next exhale, start to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, rocking the head side to side on the mat, and gently rolling on to your right side. And when you feel prepared, making your way to a comfortable seated position. Once you find that seated position, rolling the shoulders back and down 3 times. Eyes are closed or they're low to the ground. Roll the shoulders forward 3 times. And then inhale to reach the arms up toward the sky. Hands come together toward the chest. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling, gathering all this positive energy and positivity and health and wellness today. And once those hands come to your chest, inhale, start to press the hands together, warming up the palms, creating a little friction on those palms. Eyes are closed and low toward the chest. And then as those palms become warmer and you feel ready to release the palms, eyes go into the palms. As you start to blink, open the eyes, The eyes look into the palms, gathering that positive energy and giving it away. Thank you so much, namaste, for joining me for this yoga practice. I hope you found that, if anything, maybe it wasn't the core and arm work you were looking for, but it hopefully was a nice, just relaxing way to bring yourself into your body, to become aware of what's going on in your body and your mind today. And I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you're able to look back at this practice and do it again at some point, or share this video with your friends and family so that they may find some joy in yoga today as well. And again, quick announcement one more time, Surabhi will be back at 5:30 p.m. tonight for some dance fitness. So 5:30, Facebook Live, say hi to Surabhi and get your groove on with her tonight. And I'll see you guys on Monday at 9 a.m. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers tomorrow. And I hope you have a wonderful time with your family. They make you some tasty breakfast or your favorite meal. And thank you, moms, for being there for your kids right now and always. And I will see you guys next time. See you at 9 on Monday.